There's no artist, to be clear, there's no artist in this industry that's doing major numbers with these platforms that haven't shown this. You can be in love with someone, you can love someone and and if you haven't experienced love and you don't understand it and you don't have to move forward, then you're gonna have conflict.
All right, picture this: just when you thought the world of celebrity gossip couldn't get more intense, a bombshell rumor drops that has everyone talking. Yes, you heard that right. There's a rumor swirling around that tape involving two of the biggest names in the entertainment industry might be about to surface. And this isn't just any tape, we're talking about an alleged intimate recording featuring none other than Diddy and band. Could you imagine? Now, of course, this rumor alone is enough to set the internet ablaze, but the real question is, could there be any truth to it?
With very, very serious and salacious allegations, including allegations that Combs had cameras throughout his...
Let's rewind for a second. Diddy has been making headlines for all the wrong reasons lately. The man who was once celebrated as a music mogul in a titan entertainment world now finds himself at the center of a growing scandal. Multiple accusations have surfaced painting a picture of someone with a darker side that the public never knew about, from legal battles and accusations of misconduct to a full-on federal investigation. Diddy's empire is crumbling before our eyes, but the recent rumors that a certain tape involving Beyonce might exist, that's on another level entirely.
I think in federal court and for these charges, they would say it's routine, but in the public realm, this is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, I mean, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being...
Before we dive into what's happening right now, let's take a moment to talk about Diddy's reputation. For decades, Diddy, also known as Seen as Hams, has been a staple in the world of music, fashion, and entertainment. He helped shape hip-hop culture, built an empire with Bad Boy Records, and even turned his name into a brand that stood for luxury and success. His influence wasn't limited to just music either. Diddy had his hands in everything from his fashion label Shan John to TV shows, reality series, and partnerships with major companies. The man was unstoppable, and in this lawsuit, he claims that essentially P. Diddy was the Epstein of the rap industry. But as they say, what goes up must come down, and for Diddy, the fall has been swift and brutal. Over the past year, multiple lawsuits have been filed against him, many involving shocking accusations. Some of these lawsuits detail events that date back years, with several of women stepping forward to accuse Diddy of behavior that frankly sounds more like a nightmare than the glamorous life he portrayed to the world. The allegations include everything from non-consensual encounters to bizarre and controlling behavior, and it seems like the list of accusers is growing by the day. Controlled every aspect of her life. He's accused of frequently beating her and would hide her in hotel rooms for days until the bruising and signs of abuse were gone. It all started when one of his most high-profile accusers, Kay filed a lawsuit against him, claiming that she endured years of mistreatment while they were in a relationship. So the details of her accusations are unsettling, with claims that paint Diddy as someone who used his power and influence to manipulate those around him. And that lawsuit, it was settled just a day after it was filed. Many wondered if the quick settlement was an admission of guilt, though Diddy's legal team maintains that he did nothing wrong and simply wanted to avoid a prolonged legal battle. Why doesn't the government want him to turn himself in? Because then they can't ask for detention, so they go and they arrest him. They arrest a guy who came to New York to turn himself in. But that was just the beginning. Soon after Cassie's lawsuit, other women began coming forward with similar stories. And that's when things really started to unravel. The accusations rang from shocking claims of manipulation to the use of hidden cameras and non-consensual recordings. According to some reports, Diddy's homes, particularly his mansion in Los Angeles, were allegedly rigged with cameras placed in various rooms, cameras that were used to record intimate moments without the participants' knowledge. If true, these allegations suggest a pattern of behavior that's not only invasive but downright predatory, that clearly there is a criminal investigation underway, and that they believe that there would be evidence of crimes in one or both of these homes. And this is where things get even wilder, because investigators continue to dig deeper into Diddy's past. Rumors have started swirling that one of these recordings might involve none other than Beyonce. Yes, you heard that right, Queen Bey herself is being dragged into this mess. And while there's no concrete evidence yet, the speculation alone is enough to send shockwaves through the entertainment world. This has to be a 100% culture shock. I can't imagine living a lifestyle of the incredibly rich and famous and then going into this very dark, impersonal, cold AER facility. Let's break down how this rumor even started. A lawyer named Ariel Mitchell, who represents several women suing Diddy, appeared in an interview recently and dropped some major bombshells.
Story that we have been covering about Sean Diddy Combs and your client who has accused him of and assault, and this went back to 2018. Now, when you were on our show last week, you said the police were working with you on this case. You wanted to get the...
According to her, she's been contacted by individuals who claim to possess recordings from Diddy's infamous gatherings, recordings that show high-profile celebrities in compromising situations. She mentioned that these tapes are currently being shopped around to various media outlets, and let's just say some of these outlets are allegedly willing to pay top dollar for them. And who's reportedly at the center of one of these tapes? You guessed it, Beyoncé. The alleged evidence that's been gathered in this case was from those two raids that were conducted on his personal homes in Miami and Los Angeles, and the indictment names that the things seized that he allegedly made videos of these performances as that have been named. Now, let's be clear, there's no hard evidence at this point to confirm the existence of this tape. But the rumor mill is churning, and the fact that someone as high profile as Beyoncé is even being mentioned in connection to Diddy's alleged recordings is enough to send the internet into overdrive. Beyoncé, after all, was one of the most private and guarded celebrities in the world. She has spent years building an image of perfection, carefully controlling her public persona and keeping her personal life as shielded from the media as possible. So if a tape like this were to leak, it would be nothing short of catastrophic, not just for her, but for everyone involved. But either way, if you got to run to a private island because your evil doings are doing so much, and they storming your house, it's one of these. And here's the kicker, according to Ariel Mitchell, this tape, if it exists, could potentially ruin careers. In her interview, she mentioned that the person in the video is even more high profile than Diddy. Think about that for a second. If Beyoncé really is the person in this rumored tape, it would explain why media outlets are reportedly scrambling to get their hands on it. The stakes couldn't be higher.
Some updates in the Diddy $100 million default judgment that was reported.
But how did Bean even get tangled up in this web? It all goes back to her connection with Diddy, and by extension her husband Jay-Z. For years there have been rumors about the close friendship between Diddy and Jay-Z, with some even speculating that their relationship went beyond just business. These rumors have never been substantiated, but in the world of celebrity gossip, where there's smoke there's usually fire. I have to still say allegedly has done things and allegedly participated in a lot of things that the public would not be happy to know. And as these rumors about Diddy's private life continue to surface, more and more people are starting to wonder, could Beyonce have known something all along? Could she have been a part of these infamous gatherings? It's impossible to say for sure, but the internet loves to speculate, and right now the speculation is reaching fever pitch. And Stacey, you say today's indictment reads like a mob indictment. What was most shocking to you of all these allegations? Yeah, the fact what we do now is that Diddy's homes have been under intense scrutiny ever since federal investigators raided his Los Angeles and Miami properties. So these raids were reportedly part of an ongoing investigation into accusations of misconduct and exploitation. And according to sources close to the case, investigators seized several pieces of evidence, including video footage. The big question now is whether any of that footage contains recordings of high-profile celebrities like Beyonce. Could that be the tape that Ariel Mitchell mentioned in her interview? At this point, it's all speculation, but the mere possibility that such a tape exists is enough to keep people talking. The issue is it seems as though he wants to kind of like exert power and dominance over people who don't really want it. And here's where things get really messy, because according to some sources, this isn't the first time Beyoncé's name has come up in connection with Diddy's controversial past. Remember DaBaby, the rapper who found himself at the center of a different controversy not too long ago? Well, he recently revealed in an interview that he was invited to one of Diddy's infamous gatherings. And guess who was there? That's right, Beyoncé and Jay-Z. According to Dab, he was shocked when Beyoncé introduced herself to him in a way that he described as a bit too friendly. He claimed that it felt like she was trying to flirt her way into something more than just conversation. Now, this is Dab's account, and we all know he's not exactly the most reliable source when it comes to celebrity gossip. But his story has only fueled the rumors that Beyonce might have been involved in some of Diddy's more questionable activities. All the general public that he lied to. Yeah, so we move forward. It's clear that this story is far from over. The federal investigation is ongoing, and more details are likely to emerge in the coming months. And with media outlets scrambling to get their hands on these tapes, it's only a matter of time before the public gets a glimpse of what really happened at Diddy's freak-off parties, and whether or not Beans involved remains to be seen. But one thing is for certain, this is one of the biggest celebrity scandals of the decade, and the fallout could be massive. So what do you all think? Could there really be a tape involving Diddy and Bey, or is this just another wild rumor in the world of celebrity gossip? And if the tape does exist, how do you think it could impact Beyonce's carefully built reputation as the queen of pop? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, and thanks for watching my video.